Kudash, 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 Adonai, Elohim, Sabayah. Today we about to go into the magical books of Solomon, the greater and lesser keys. And we're going to go straight to page 190 through 193. And this is basically on how you can heal yourself by wave patterns in your way of thinking. Alright, let's get right to it. English children, paced the Education Act, are taught that the universe lies in infinite space. Hindu children in the Akasa, which is the same thing. Those Europeans who go a little deeper learn from Fichte that the phenomena universe is the creation of the ego. Hinduists or Europeans study under Hindu gurus are told that by Akasa is meant the Chitakasa. The Chitakasa is situated in the third eye, in the brain. By assuming higher dimensions of space, we can assimilate this fact to realism, but we have no need to take so much trouble. This being true for the ordinary universe, that all sense expressions are dependent on changes in the brain. We must include illusions, which are after all sense impressions as much as realities are, in the class of phenomena dependent on brain changes. Magical phenomena, however, comes under a special subclass since they are willed, and their cause is the series of real phenomena called the operations of ceremonial magic. These consist of 1. Sight, the circle, square, triangle, vessels, lamps, robes, implements. 2 is sound, the invocations. 3 is smell, the perfumes. 4 is taste, the sacraments. 5 is touch, as under 1. 6 is the mind. The combination of all these and reflections of their significance. These unusual impressions 1 through 5 produce unusual brain changes. Hence, their summary 6 is of unusual kind. Its projection back into the apparently phenomenal world is therefore unusual. Herein then consists the reality of the operations and effects of ceremonial magic, and I conceive that the apology is ample as far as the effects refer only to those phenomena which appear to the magician himself, the appearance of the spirit, his conversation, possible shocks from the imprudent, and so on. Prudent means good judgment and common sense. The imprudent means not knowing, and so on, even to ecstasy on the one hand and death or madness on the other. But can any of the effects described in this our book Gotia be obtained? And if so, can you give a rational explanation of the circumstances? Say you so? I can and will. The spirits of the Gotia are proportions of the human brain. Their seal, therefore, represents Mr. Spencer projected cube, methods of stimulating or regulating those particular spots through the eye, concentrating, meditating. The names of God are vibrations calculated to establish the Anabakoash prayer. By saying that, you unlock a frequency within the Godhead. But this is also going to show you how you can heal yourself with cellular regeneration as well by using these frequencies, mantras, and meditating. A. General control of the brain establishes of a function relative to the suitable world. B. Control over the brain in detail, rank or type of spirit. C. Control over one special portion, the name of spirits, like Benat, the eternal one, the dignities, the video I just did the other day based on that topic. but being able to control them, identify them, and understand where these fluences, ideas, and thoughts is coming from, and what energy you're welding, whether you're giving it to the bad or the good side. The perfumes aid this through smell. Usually, the perfumes will only tend to control a large area, but there is an attribution of perfumes to letters of the alphabet, enabling one by a Kabbalistic formula to spell out the spirit's name. I need not enter into more particular discussion of these points. The intelligent reader can easily fill in what is lacking. If then I say with Solomon, the spirit Simmer Remes teaches logic, what I mean is those proportions of my brain which subverse the logical faculty may be stimulated and developed by following out the process called the invocation of Semiramis. And this is a purely materialistic rational statement. It is dependent of any objective hierarchy at all. Philosophy has nothing to say, and science can only suspend judgment pending a proper and methodical investigation of the facts alleged. Unfortunately, we cannot stop there. Solomon promised us that we can, one, obtain information, two, destroy our enemies, three, understand the voices of nature, four, obtain treasure, five, heal diseases. I I have taken these five powers at random. Consideration of space forbid me to explain all. 1. Bring up facts from subconsciousness. 2. Here we come to an interesting fact. It is curious to note the contrast between the noble means and the apparently vile end of magical ritual. The latter are disguised for sublime truths. To destroy our enemies is to realize the illusion of duality, to excite compassion. Mr. Wick, the world of magic is a mirror wherein who sees muck is muck. 3. A careful naturalist will understand much from the voices of the animals he has studied long. Even a child knows the difference of a cat's meowing and purring. The faculty may be greatly developed. 4. Business capacity may be stimulated. 5. Abnormal states of the body may be corrected and the involved tissues where you're sick at brought back to tone in obedience to currents started from the brain, the way you think, the energy you producing. You can literally heal yourself. So for all other phenomena, there is no effect which is truly and necessarily miraculous. So these are just natural phenomena, natural magneticism, which people ignorantly call magic. But what magic really is natural magneticism. You have dark arts where people do sorcery, and you have all these other things too, but the original source, when you follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and you're a child of the Most High, the Ruach HaKodesh will come upon you and allow you to do supernatural things by tapping into untapped potential within your brain called the inferior quan. We all have it within us. It's beyond the five senses in which we just went over. Our ceremonial magic finds down then to a series of minutes through, though of course, empirical psychological experiments, and whoso will carry them through intelligently need not fear the result. I have all the health and treasure and logic I need. I have no time to waste. There is a lion in the way. For me, these practices are useless, but for the benefit of others less fortunate, I give them to the world. Together with this explanation of an apology for them. I trust that the explanation will enable many students who have hitherto, by a purer objectivity in their view of the question, obtained no result, to succeed, that the apology may impress upon our scornful men of science that the study of the bacillus should give place to that of the baculum, the little to the great, how great one only realizes when one identifies the wand with the Mahalagam, up which Brahma flew at the rate of 84,000 yohanas a second, for 84,000 mahakalapas, down which Vishnu flew at the rate of 84,000 crotches of Johannes a second, for 84,000 crores of Mahakafas, yacht, neither reached an end. Alright, that's out of the magical book of Solomon, the greater and lesser keys. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kudash, 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 Adonai, Elohim, Sabayah. Amen. Da, Salah.